Dear viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Ganit Shiksha. As this channel is based on mathematics, so here you will get all the latest updates and some important discussions related to mathematics. Today I am going to discuss with you about most important chapter for class 10 CBSE and ICSE board, that is triangles, and it is of the first part of it. So before to start, those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon for upcoming latest updates. This chapter is based on many geometrical proofs and some of its applications. So see this video fully, then you will get all the details. So let's start the class. At first we need to understand about the congruent figures. And you have learned about the congruent figures previously. So here you can see two geometrical figures are said to be congruent if they have same shape and size. Must be the figure should have the same shape and their size will be equal. That is, same size should be there. So same shape and same size figures are said to be congruent. Okay, so you can see the figures that I have drawn here, that this is the rectangle, this is also rectangle, and you can see breadth is 2 cm, length is 4 cm. Here is also breadth is 2 and length is 4. So these two figures are the congruent figures. So they are the congruent figures, and you know the symbol of congruent. Here is also the two triangles, that the three sides of the triangles are 2, 3 and 4. Here is also 2 cm, 3 cm and 4 cm. So they have the same shape as the triangle and the size, because their dimensions are same. So they are also congruent figures. Okay, so these are the congruent figures, and that you have learned, and that the basic things is, if we superimpose one figure to another figure, they will overlap on it, they will totally cover on it. So that is called the congruent figures. Now we will learn about the similar figures. Similar figures definition you will learn it first time. So the definition you can see, two geometrical figures are said to be similar if they have same shape, only the same shape. Size may vary, it can be smaller and greater figures also. So as for it, the example you can see that two equilateral triangles, any two equilateral triangles are similar, same as any two circles, any two squares are the similar figures. Like this, one small circle and one big circle, both are the similar, same as one equilateral triangle small and one big equilateral triangle. So these are the similar. So these are the similar figures. So the definition of similar figures you need to learn it. That is, the geometrical figures are said to be similar if they have only the same shape. Previously in congruent figure you have learned that they are same shape and same size. And here is you got that only same shape, size may be vary. So from these two figures, one conditions you have got, that those figures are congruent, they must be similar. Those who are the congruent figures must be similar because they have the same shape. But those who are the similar figures may not be congruent, because if their size may not be equal, so they will not be the congruent figures. If the size of the similar figures are equal, then they will become congruent figures. So the condition is, congruent figures will be similar figure, but similar figure may not be congruent figure. So learn about the similar triangles. Previously we have got the congruent figures and similar figures. Now we will learn about similar triangles and its properties. So at first we need to know about the definition of similar triangles. So here it is. Two triangles are said to be similar if their corresponding angles are equal, and number two, their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, that is proportional. So corresponding angles must be equal of both the triangles, and their corresponding sides will be in the same ratio. So let us see some figure, and from there I am explaining you. So here you can see the two figures, two triangles I have taken. One is ABC, another one is PQR. and you can see that triangle ABC and triangle PQR will be similar. If you have their corresponding angles are equal, that means angle A will be equals to angle P, angle B equals to angle Q, and angle C equals to angle R. So corresponding angles should be equal, as well as their corresponding sides are in proportion, that is in the same ratio. Therefore AB by PQ equals to BC by QR equals to AC by PR. So these are the two conditions for the similar triangles, and if these two satisfy, then these two triangles are said triangle ABC is similar triangle PQR. Okay, and this is the symbol of similar. So this is the similarity symbol. So two triangles are similar as they have corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So this is the similar triangles, and how it can be represented, that you have learned now. We will learn about one of the most important theorem of this chapter, triangle, and that is basic proportionality theorem, and it is short name as BPT, and this theorem is derived by Thales. So by his name, this theorem is also known as Thales theorem. So we will learn about basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. Both are the same. Okay, so at first for the theorem you need to understand the statement, and the statement of BPT is: if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, so this is the statement that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in distinct points, then other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So this is the statement of BPT. Now we will go for the proof, and for that proof at first we need to draw the diagram. So let's go for it. Here you can see that one triangle ABC is there and a line DE you can see which is parallel to the side BC and intersect AD and AC, AB and AC at D and E. So by the statement of BPT you are getting this. Okay, so this is the diagram of the Thales theorem. So we will write the given statement. So let ABC be a triangle that we have taken, ABC be a triangle, and we have taken a line DE which is parallel to BC and which intersect the two sides AB and AC at D and E. So that we have written, let ABC be a triangle and DE parallel BC intersect AB and AC at D and E respectively. So this is by the given statement. Now we will go for the required to prove. So what do we need to prove? We will write required to prove that we know that the sides will be proportional. The side is divided in a same ratio, that is AD by DB equals to AE by EC. So that you need to prove. AD by DB equals to AE by EC. So that you need to prove. So this is the required to prove, and for that proof we need some construction. And what is the construction? That you can see from here what I am doing now. We can draw two perpendiculars, one from D to opposite side AC, that is DQ we have drawn. DQ is perpendicular on AC, and we have taken another perpendicular from E to opposite side AB, and that is EP. So we have taken one perpendicular EP on AB, another perpendicular DQ on AC, and after that we will join these two sides, these two corners, that is EB, and DC. Okay, so we have joined the two diagonals, that is BE and DC, that two opposite points will be joined. So these are all about the constructions, and whatever we have done as a construction, that we will write here. So the construction, whatever we have construct here, that we have written. So construction is DQ perpendicular AC, EP perpendicular AB, as well as we have joined BE and DC. So this is all about construction, whatever you will draw for the support of the proof, so that you need to write it here as a construction. So now we'll go for the proof. So we'll write here the proof, and for that proof we know that the area of the triangle property, that area of the triangle is half into base into side, half into base into height, that is the area of the triangle, and that property we will use here. You can see that this EP is perpendicular on AB, EP is perpendicular on AB, so EP is the height of this triangle ADE as well as the triangle ABE. So here the triangle ADE has the height EP, as well as you can see the triangle DBE has the height EP. So we'll find the area of these two triangles. So let us find it now. Area of triangle ADE equals to half into base, and that base is AD, into height, that is perpendicular EP. Okay, again I am taking another triangle, that is BDE. So area of triangle BDE, and that is also half into base is BD, okay, and height is EP, and that height is the external height, because this triangle is an exterior, this is an obtuse angle triangle. You can see this angle, you can see this angle is an obtuse angle. So if the triangle is obtuse angle triangle, then its height will be outside of the triangle, and that is EP. Now we'll find the ratio of these two areas. So we are getting area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE equals to this part, half into AD into EP by half into BD into EP. You can see EP cancel, half cancel, so it will give AD by BD. So that is the condition 1. We got the condition 1 as AD by BD of area of triangle ADE by triangle BDE equals to AB by AD by BD we got. That's the condition 1. So similarly, we will take the triangle with the height as DQ, like ADE also same triangle with our height DQ as AE is the base. Again the triangle CED is an obtuse angle triangle, because you can see that it is also obtuse angle, so its height DQ will be in the outside of the triangle, so it has also the same height. So here also we will take the same thing, so that we are taking area of triangle ADE again with the height of DQ, so base will be AE there, so that is half into base AE into height DQ. Similarly, area of triangle CED will be half into that base CE into height DQ. Okay, so like that we will find the ratio of these two triangles, so that we are taking, therefore area of triangle ADE by area of triangle CED equals to half of AE into DQ, and here is also same half of CE into DQ. You can see DQ cancel, half of cancel, so it will give AE by CE. So that's the condition 2. So we have analyzed two conditions, okay, and in that two conditions you can see in the left side both the denominators triangles are same, ADE and ADE. Now, as for the required to prove, you can see the RHS parts are in the required to prove. So, if we have to prove the RHS parts are equal, that means we need to prove the LHS parts are equal. Here, the numerator of LHS are equal, but the denominator has triangle BDE and triangle CED. You can see from the figure that triangle BDE and triangle CED are on the same base DE. DE is the same base here of both the triangle BDE and triangle CDE, and they are between the two parallel lines DE and BC, because by the given condition it has written DE parallel BC. As we know from class 9 that the triangles on the same base and between same parallels are equal in area. So from here we can write area of triangle BDE equals to area of triangle CED. Okay, so we got that area of triangle BED is equals to area of triangle CED. Now we have the numerators are equal. Now we got the denominators are equal. As numerators and denominators parts are equal, so their ratios will be equal. So that will write, therefore, area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE is equals to area of triangle ADE by area of triangle CED. Both the ratios will be equal, and from conditions 1 and 2 you can see first part is AD by BD, second part is AE by CE. So that means AD by BD equals to AE by CE. Now change the order, that is AD by DB equals to AE by EC. That we are changing the order because in this order required to prove is given. So we got the proof of the basic proportionality theorem, that's the Thales theorem. So this is one of the important theorem from this chapter, similarity of triangles. Hope you have understand this theorem. You need to practice more and more. Okay, so this is about the basic proportionality theorems, and you can see the description box and also the I options on the top of the screen. You will get the related videos and previous chapters whatever the discussed earlier. If you miss that, you can see the videos from here. Learn about the converse of basic proportionality theorem. Previously we have learned about the basic proportionality theorem. Now it is totally opposite of it. So at first you need to learn the statement, that is, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. So previously we have learned the line is parallel and the line is divided the other two sides in the same ratio. Here is opposite. Line divides any two sides of the triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side of the triangle. So let us see its proof, and for that we need to draw the figure first, after that we will move. So let's go for it. So you can see the figure, we have drawn that the triangle ABC and the line DE intersect the two sides AB and AC at D and E, and it will divide it in the same ratio, that is AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. Okay, and you need to prove that this line DE is parallel to BC. So that you need to prove. So line DE intersect the two sides at D and E, and with the same ratio AD by DE equals to AE by EC, and you need to prove that the line DE is parallel to BC. So that we need to write as a given. So that the given conditions we have written that ABC be a triangle and line DE intersect AB and AC at D and E, and for that AD by DB equals to AE by EC. These are the given. So you need to prove that the line DE is parallel to the third side BC. So this is the given and the required to prove for. So now we'll go for the proof. So let's start the proof. Okay, so for that proof, if we consider consider DE is not parallel to BC, then there must be another line parallel to BC. So let us suppose that if DE is not parallel to BC, then there must be a line which is parallel to BC, and that will consider, and that line we are taking as this line we are taking, and we are taking this line is parallel to BC, and we are taking this line name as DF. Okay, so if D is not parallel to BC, then there must be another line parallel to BC, and that we have taken as DF. So let DF is parallel to BC. As we got DF is parallel to BC, so now here we can use basic proportionality theorem. So by basic proportionality theorem we can write that, so by BPT we can write that the sides are proportional, that is AD by DB equals to AF by FC. AD by DB equals to AF by FC we can write from basic proportionality theorem. That is number one. Also we have that AD by DB, we have AD by DB is equals to AE by EC, that is given condition, that is number two. So you can see from these two conditions both the LHS parts are same, so that becomes RHS parts are same. So from these two conditions we are getting AF by FC equals to AE by EC. Okay, now we will add 1 to both the sides, and this will give AF by FC plus 1 equals to AE by EC plus 1. Okay, now we will do the simplification as like algebraic method. FC is the LCM of it, so it will become AF plus FC by FC is equals to, here is AE plus EC by EC. You get this? Now you can see from the figure what is AF plus FC. AF plus FC, that gives AC, and AE plus EC is also give AC. So these two will become AC by FC is equals to AC by EC. Okay, so you got that AC by FC equals to AC by EC. As numerators are equal and these two ratios are equal, so denominators should be equal. So from there we are getting FC equals to EC. So here you can see that the part AFC and EC, both the parts are equal, and it is only possible where E and F are the same point. That means E and F are coincide. E and F will coincide, then it can be possible that FC and EC will be same. So as they are coincide, so DF was parallel, as DF was parallel there, so that means DE also parallel. So from that condition we are getting DE is parallel to BC. So from here you are getting FC and EC are equal, that means F and E should be coincide, and if F and E should be coincide, then E and F are the same point. So that means DF is become DE, as DF is parallel to BC, so DE should parallel to BC, and that is the proof of the converse BPT. So hope you have understand this converse BPT. This is also one of the important theorem like the basic proportionality theorem. Okay, it has some corollaries, and that corollaries you need to understand, and that I am showing you here now. So here you will get some corollaries. So you can see that in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC, and we are having these 6 corollaries. That is AD by DB, that is the BPT AD by DB is equals to A by AC. So their reciprocal parts is also same. DB by AD is equals to EC by AE is also same. Similarly, AD by the whole side AB is equals to AE by the whole side AC. Now the opposite of it, that is the reciprocal part, AB by AD is equals to AC by AE. And now the whole part AB divided by DB is equals to whole part AC divided by EC, and also its reciprocal part DB by AB is equals to EC by AC. So these are the 6 corollaries, and you should keep remember these 6 corollaries, because whenever you will go for the problems to solve the questions related to this BPT, this type of 6 corollaries, one of the corollaries can come for the solutions of that. So there you can use it. So hope you have understand these all similar triangles, introduction, basic proportionality theory, converse basic proportionality theorem. So these all are about the introduction part. That is the part 1 of the triangle chapter of your class 10 syllabus. Thank you for watching this class video of triangle part 1. Hope you like it. If you really like it, click on the like button and share it to your friends, groups and mates. Also, I need your important comments in the comment box. Please give your comment here. And thank you for watching this classroom video.